Do you remember the saying, if your friends jumped off of a bridge, would you? Well, Lily J is out there giving Dawah, sucking people she quite literally just met into Islam, and that phrase kind of fits the bill for this scenario.
We literally only did this for an hour and got 3 shahadas. Alhamdulillah. The truth is undeniable. Just read the Quran and see for yourself. Salam.
Just because someone is telling you Islam is amazing and why you should convert doesn't mean that you should. Lily J, she's a white girl, famous for promoting Islam. Today, I want to analyze Lily J's Dawah tactics and tell you every reason why this approach is unhealthy. Let's get into it. Lily J did some street Dawah for 1 hour in the Philippines, and what transpired from that really shocked and bothered me. It confirms everything I have been saying for many years now, that conversions to Islam are about quantity, not quality. It's about pure numbers in that moment, with no plan of retaining those numbers. The Philippines is a country that is well known for its people living in poverty. In a January 2026 survey, 51% of Filipino families considered themselves poor, which is roughly 14 million families. Poverty has gone down in recent years in the Philippines. Hint, hint, it's not because of Lily J bringing people to Islam, but that doesn't mean that those who are no longer poor are not one step away from falling into that cycle again. You might be wondering, why am I throwing these stats out there when I came here to talk about Lily J's Dawah in the Philippines? Well, let me tell you my thoughts, but first, let's roll the clip and then we can get into analysis and I will tell you what I think.
Today I'm going to try street Dawah for the first time. This is definitely out of my comfort zone. So we are doing this with the Philippines today, and there's a church close by. Let's make some Muslims. And guess what? After just 15 minutes, this lady accepted Islam. Then another straight after. This lady was so open-hearted and ready to accept the truth. 2 shahadas in just 1 hour? This is crazy. And we didn't stop there. It's so awkward when no one wants to talk to you. I got so shy. But when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Even Jay tried it out. And then this happened. 3 shahadas? Oh my god! We literally only did this for an hour and got 3 shahadas. Alhamdulillah. The truth is undeniable. Just read the Quran and see for yourself. Salam.
Okay, that was painful, but let's talk about it, okay? The first woman Lily J converted, she said she took her shahada within 15 minutes. I have a lot of questions here. Lily J did Dawah for 1 hour and got a woman to convert within 15 minutes. That might be a win in terms of her selling her product, which is Islam, but this woman is someone she doesn't even know. And let's be honest, she will never see her again in her life. When people convert to Islam, especially women, one of the reasons why is because they're at a low point in their life, and that is not the time to be making any major life decisions. Also, let's be honest, what kind of information was this woman given in 15 minutes that was convincing enough to get her to make a permanent life change? Because we know converting to Islam is a one-way door. You can walk in, but you can't leave. Is this woman truly making an informed decision after being told about Islam for merely 15 minutes? You know, I remember when I was younger and there were these things called malls. I remember in particular, there was kiosks outside of a Forever 21, and it was a group of foreigners selling Dead Sea scrubs. I remember how pushy they were. They would come up to you and quite literally and figuratively smother you with this scrub, showing you how it left your hands so smooth. It's kind of like Dawah. The person would ambush you, scrub one hand, and then say, "This is your real skin. This is your old skin." And then you would be like, "Oh, cool, but how much?" And it was like $200 to $800 for this crap. Eventually, malls cracked down on these guys for aggressive sales and things like refusing to honor refunds and inflated retail values. Lily J's Dawah isn't too far off from the Dead Sea Scrub scammers. It's like you plant yourself in the Philippines, ambush people, many of whom obviously did not want to talk to you. tell them that this is the real religion, which is better than your old religion or no religion. And then when you find out the cost for this, you either take out your brain and pay her with that, or you walk away. By the way, there's no refund policy on your brain as you start to question Islam or challenge it. The best thing to do is walk away from these aggressive sales tactics and don't fall for this scam at all. The very first time this happened, I remembered liking this product, the Dead Sea Scrubs. And as they tried to get me to their little cash register to make a purchase, this stuff was like $70 for a tiny, small product. As time went by, every single time I went to the mall, I would dodge these people so I could run into Forever 21 and buy the stuff I actually felt good about and wanted, not something someone pushed onto me for a sale. I feel like Lily J's Dawah efforts are similar in nature here. She's bamboozling people on the street with Islam, being an attractive white woman, and she's trying to sell a product that she obviously benefits from financially as a spokesperson for it. But she does not fully use this herself. Where is her hijab? She is so quick to yap on and on about Islam to us every single day, but it seems like she isn't quite sold on Islam herself yet. Yet, here she is, on the streets in the Philippines, pushing people into accepting a religion by basically pressuring them. Think outside of the box, guys. This little booth will bring a lot of attention to local people with a tall, blonde, white woman. There's cameras, there's a controversial religion, people are being filmed, and they might feel some pressure to just say the Shahada, get the F out of there, go home, and then stew on this weird encounter / decision they made today. So, 15 minutes later, Lily J baits in another victim again. Where are these women now? Are they going to the masjid, making life changes, like dressing differently, learning how to pray, getting rid of haram things in their life, like alcohol and pork? I highly doubt it. What I think is happening here is the pressure tactics are working on some people, but it's highly unlikely they will walk away from this Dawah booth and do anything Islamic other than saying the Shahada. Years ago, I remember watching a video Imam Nick made, and he said there have been so many times people took Shahada in the masjid and they were never seen again. That's what I think is happening here. These are superficial conversions she's getting, not true conversions. These people simply aren't informed enough about their decision to internalize Islam as their lifelong faith. However, there will be some who, if they actually do take this seriously, it will cost them. They will have to deal with all sorts of life changes now, adapting their diet to eat halal only, changing their jobs, potentially not being able to go out with family and friends if they are drinking, no more Christmas. It's just a whole Pandora's box. For what? I don't agree with what Lily J is doing for a number of reasons. The first being how scammy and unethical this feels. Knowing how Islam treats converts, Lily J herself said she is sick of the haram police talking shit to her about the way she reads Quran because she has an accent.
I'm sick of people like this. Because I have an accent, because I'm not pronouncing it properly, you think God won't accept my prayers? I'm not following your possessive religion because what you're practicing has nothing to do with what Islam actually teaches. Do you honestly think God doesn't understand me and is limited just to Arabic? Seriously, I am over people who try to make Islam sound hard and full of all these rules. Our Prophet tells us if you don't have something nice to say, remain silent. This isn't doing anything good for Islam. Just stop it, please.
I will say one thing. Lily, Islam is filled with nothing but rules. Rules you don't even follow yourself. A few months ago, she posted this about people shit-talking to her because she doesn't wear hijab. I have a feeling you're going to see this, but FYI, I don't care if you wear hijab or not. And honestly, Lily, I don't blame you one bit for not wearing it. You and I both know this is a rule and you are sinning for not wearing it. But hey, you do have nice hair, and I know you like hair extensions, makeup, and looking nice, so I would put off the hijab thing for as long as humanly possible. You've always been a cool, independent, fun, creative woman, and you shouldn't sell your soul to this darkness called Islam. This darkness that sucks the fun out of life and makes it a misery. Also, speaking of rules, this is another reason why it's a terrible idea to stand on the streets and rope people into Islam. First, you don't know them. You don't know their life story, history, traumas, or anything motivating this decision. Some people are very gullible, impulsive, and changing your entire life by accepting a religion you only learned a bit about in 15 minutes of meeting Lily J is not a good decision. Anyone who truly had the best intentions in mind for a potential convert wouldn't want a bunch of meaningless shahadas from randoms in 1 hour. This isn't a race or game. These are people's lives you are playing with here. I wonder if she told these women about the haram police that constantly treat her like garbage and how this will be their new life. I wonder if she told them that a non-Muslim man cannot be married to a Muslim woman, because if any of these women are married, which I would assume is very likely, they will have to divorce their husbands and break up their entire family, all for the sake of rules Muhammad and Allah came up with. Being a Muslim convert is not easy. Getting acceptance into the community is also not easy. To be honest, I even look at converts who appear sincere with skepticism about how dedicated they truly are. How can you not, when this is how the Muslim convert conveyor belt works? Shahadas are cheap, meaningless, and a dime a dozen. It's one thing to say a few Arabic words. It's another to step into this lifestyle, then fervently commit to it, which may mean you will lose your entire identity and who you are. And for what? A 7th century caravan robber who endorsed slavery, concubines, killing apostates, and much, much more. If you made it to the end here, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to do even more to help this husband and wife duo, join us on Patreon. Even a $2 donation can help us make a massive impact helping more people wake up to the lie that is Islam. This is Mrs. Friendly Ex-Muslim signing out.